welcome to your first day of 2021. What a better way to kick off a year than to do a yoga class, to meditate, and to really ground down and set intentions for the year ahead. So if you can, please grab a piece of paper and a pen because we'll be writing down our goals for 2021. And otherwise, just join me on the mat and let's enjoy a nice yoga session together to kick off the year. So grab your piece of paper and pen. And let's get started in a seated position in the middle of the mat. Hopefully you can enjoy the nice snow behind me. So, grabbing that piece of paper and the pen and popping it in front of you, and we'll be using that in just a moment. So let's get started with some nice wrist circles here. So bringing the arms out at shoulder height and just turning the wrists slowly. Just being mindful of each and every part of the body that's carried you through 2020. And every year before. Turning your wrists in the opposite direction. You can close your eyes if you like and really feel into this area of the body. And then slowly bringing the arms up overhead and seeing if you can stretch them all the way back, just getting some nice heat into the shoulders, bringing the arms up and forward, stretching up high and out behind you like wings. One more time up and exhale to the back and then bring them up, and this time we'll take a gentle side stretch. So bring the right hand down, left arm comes up and over, really opening the chest here, dropping that left shoulder blade down the back and maybe taking a few bounces here, just gently waking up the side body. Again, you can always close your eyes in these first stretches to really ground down and get into the body. Start feeling into the breath. And then inhale back through center, arms reach up. And then exhale, left arm down, right arm up and over. And again, maybe closing off the eyes, taking those first couple bounces and really opening up that right side body. Breathing deeply here, feeling that with each breath, this right side really opens up even more. And then inhaling up through center, we'll take a gentle twist here. So left hand comes to the right knee, right arm comes behind you. And on the inhale, you lengthen the spine, grow taller. And on the exhale, you use that left hand to try and twist, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling, lengthening that spine up and tall. And then exhaling, twisting, waking up the spine. And inhaling, coming through center. And then exhaling, let's take it to the other side. So twisting and gazing over the left shoulder. Inhaling to lengthen. And exhaling to twist. One more breath here. Inhale, really lengthen the spine. And exhale to twist. And then we inhale through center. We'll bring our fingertips down in front of us and just slowly walking the hands out in front, feeling that nice gentle stretch in the hips. Drop your head down. And maybe you want to sway from side to side, feeling the lower back getting a nice stretch in both hips. Breathing deeply here. And then slowly walking those hands back up to meet the body. We're going to come into our meditation and intention setting here. So first of all, have your paper and pen at the ready. Roll the shoulders down the back. Feel grounded in the hip bones on your mat. And bring the hands facing down onto your knees. And close the eyes. We'll start, as always, by just noticing the flow of the breath naturally. Feel as the inhale carries and lifts your chest up. And as you exhale, feel a sense of relaxation and grounding. And allowing your breath to flow naturally and infinitely in and out. And let's start deepening the breath together. So inhaling to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And inhale all the way to the top, so fill up your entire body. Let your belly expand, your rib cages come open, your chest rise. And just hold the breath at the top here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then exhaling, letting all the breath go, allowing your belly button come towards the spine. And then holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release your breathing, coming back to your regular breath, seeing how you feel. And then if you'd like to, either keeping your hands where they are or place both palms on top of each other in front of your heart. Feel the heart beat into your palms. And see if you can connect to a sense of gratitude for your heart beating, even when we forget about it in most of our daily lives. It stays there. It keeps going through anything. And with that spirit, think of the past year and see if you can take your mind to a moment where you felt totally joyful, full of gratitude for either a person, a thing, a place, or maybe even an experience. And see if you can time travel your way back into that moment, experiencing it again for the first time. Allow that feeling to fill up your entire body, seeing how it makes you feel, maybe any changes in your face or your body that might come naturally. And then take yourself now to another moment, a moment in this year where you maybe felt some hardship, a hard time, something that you had to work through, get through, or maybe just survive through. And see how you feel in this moment. And we won't dwell here for too long because we want to focus on the fact that you're still here. You're sitting here after a moment that you thought you could never survive or couldn't get through, or it would be difficult to get through. And feel the gratitude and the strength that you have for yourself, that you can really conquer almost anything that you put your mind to. And then now bringing ourselves to the beginning of a new year, and think about this 365 days you have ahead of you, and see if there's anything that pops up into your mind, something that you would like to carry as a goal, as an intention for the year. Whether this could be to be softer, or whether it's to have a specific goal achieved, or perhaps it's just to complete our 365 days of yoga and to see what that brings. Whatever that might be, breathe that in, feel your heart expand, and exhale. And then slowly open your eyes, grab the paper that's in front of you, find a nice space here, and just take a moment to write that intention or that goal that you have for 2021. Maybe it's how you felt with the goal. in mind, or maybe it's writing details of how to achieve that goal. Whatever kind of goal setter you are, write that down. Really feeling into whatever you might be writing at this moment. And then if you need more time, you can always pause this video. Otherwise, take your paper and pop it at the front of your mat. I'm going to face this way so that you can see it throughout the practice that we're going to have for the rest of the class. Now, with that in mind, meet me in tabletop and let's get moving. So coming into a nice tabletop, spread those fingers out wide, get a nice grip into the mat, lengthen the spine, bring the belly button towards the spine as well, lengthening out and feeling grounded. Let's get moving. So we're gonna inhale, drop the belly, coming into a nice series of cat-cow, open the chest. Exhale, pushing the mat away, gazing towards your belly button, stretching the back. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, gaze up. And exhale, push that mat away, gazing towards the belly. One more time, inhale, opening the chest. And exhale, feeling that beautiful stretch along the back. And then coming back to center. We're going to ground down and bring the left leg out behind us and bring that right arm out in front. First of all, just feeling into all the wobbles and the movements that happen in the body as it tries to activate and keep you here. And then we're going to exhale, bring the elbow towards the knee, under the body. Inhale to lengthen. Warming up the core. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. Keeping the leg and the arm out in front of you. We're going to bend the back leg, swoop that right arm out behind you and see if you can grab your back foot. Staying here, or maybe you want to push the foot into the hand, open up a little bit more, and maybe even gaze towards your toes in this nice twist. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Right arm out, left arm behind. And release. Shake out the hips. And let's take it to the other side. So right leg goes out behind this time, and then bring the left arm to follow. Seeing how you can shake and wobble your way into stability. Seeing if you can lengthen those fingertips and the toes away from each other as much as possible. And then we begin. Exhale, bending the elbow and the knee. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curling up into a tight ball. And lengthen. Two more. And lengthen, staying strong. And lengthen. And then release the hands and the foot back onto the mat. And we're going to walk into a nice plank position because let's be strong in this new year. So, pushing into the hands, we're going to take some nice gentle circles. So we're coming up and over the wrists. Keeping the whole body stable. And then reverse the direction. Warming up the entire body here. One more big circle. And then push those hips up and back, coming into our first downward dog. So as always, let's bend those knees, shaking the head, do whatever it takes for you to feel great in this first downward dog. Maybe stretching out the back of the legs, maybe the side of the hips, or maybe it's just letting that head and neck rest for a moment. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then we're going to bring the left foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale, reach that right leg up to the sky. And then exhale, bring the knee to the nose, coming into a crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, dog split crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch, lengthen out, and then this time crunch and hover. 3, 2, 1, and then with all of your strength, see if you can bring that right foot forward, drop the back knee down, and find yourself in low lunge. Inhale, bringing those arms up by the ears, and as we exhale, we're going to bring the elbows in towards the body, open the chest, gazing up, and inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus the arms, elbows towards the body, gaze up, and lengthening. Exhale, in towards the body, and up. And then we're going to bring that left arm down, right arm coming up into this easy twist. And if you'd like to get an extra stretch here, bend that back knee again, grabbing the foot and opening that chest towards the sky, gazing towards your toes. One deep breath here, and exhale. And then gently releasing that back foot if you were holding it. Plant both hands on the mat, tuck the back toes under, and we're going to come into a high lunge. So lifting those arms up by the ears, finding ourselves in a high lunge now. Feeling strong in that front leg and really activating the back leg. 2, inhale, lengthen. And let's cactus those arms again 3 times. So bending back, bringing the elbows in towards the body. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And then bringing those hands down, framing the front foot, stepping that back leg back, staying in our plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pushing the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Great work here. Just resetting the body, doing whatever it takes for you to come back into the breath, into the body. And now we take it to the other side. So the right foot coming in the middle of the mat, left leg goes up and back this time, and let's take those crunches. So knee to nose, inhale to lengthen, exhale, knee to nose, inhale, exhale, under the body, crunching, inhale, exhale, and inhale. And on the last time, we exhale and hold. 3, 2, 1. And then using your strength, stepping the left foot forward this time, dropping the back knee, and finding ourselves in a nice low lunge. We're going to inhale those arms up by the ears, and then exhale, taking the nice cactus, opening the chest. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, cactus, bending back, opening the chest. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Inhale to lengthen the arms up by the ears. And this time we drop the right hand down here, opening the left chest to the sky. Feeling this nice deep twist. And then if you'd like to, you can also bend the back leg, grabbing the foot and coming deeper into this nice spinal twist with a hip opener. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, gently releasing that back foot. We're going to frame the front foot again with the left hand, tuck the back toes under, and we find ourselves into our high lunge. So powering up through both legs, feeling strong and balanced. And we'll take those little cactus arms again last time. So inhale, opening the chest, elbows towards the body, and arms up. Elbows coming into towards the body, leaning back, using the core here. And up. Last time. And up. And then we bring the hands down, framing the foot, and you guessed it, back into our plank. But this time we're going to use toe taps, 5 on each leg. Tapping the right toe to the side and the left toe. Right, left toe. Keep going, 3 more on each side. 2, and 1. And then pushing those hips back. Downward facing dog. Bending one knee at a time. Shaking out the head. And we won't stay here for long. We're going to slowly tiptoe our feet towards the top of the mat. And come into ragdoll, so bending the knees generously, grabbing either elbow and just letting your head hang heavy, and maybe swing from side to side, loosening out any tension we might have in the back, letting our head and neck and shoulders rest for a moment. And then slowly releasing the elbows, tucking that chin in towards the chest, and roll your way all the way up to standing. So bringing those feet together, heels slightly apart, and we're going to bend into the hips and come into chair pose. Yes, we are doing chair pose on the first day of the year. So sitting the hips back, you can test if your weight is in the back by lifting your toes and then placing them down. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, bringing the arms behind us, push the pinkies together to activate the triceps, and see if you can come up onto the toes. And exhale, release, arms up by ears. Inhale, opening the chest again, up onto the toes. And exhale, release. 3 more like this, grabbing at your own pace, pushing the pinkies together, and release. And back, lifting up, keeping your balance, you've got this. Last time, and hold. And if you're up here, see if you can pulse those pinkies together. So really working on some arm strength here while we're really balancing the entire body in this motion. 3 and 2 and 1, release, amazing. Coming back into chair pose and then coming up to standing. Taking a moment here to stand at the top of the mat, bringing those hands on top of the heart again. Seeing how it feels. Seeing if it might be racing a little bit now. It's looking after you. And then when you're ready, opening those eyes again. And let's inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, coming into our nice forward fold. Inhale, come into a flat back position. Hands on the shins or maybe on the floor. And then exhale, forward fold. We're going to step both legs back and take our first vinyasa, your choice, either on the knees or chaturanga lifted, bending those elbows in towards the body. Inhale, pushing forward to a cobra or upward facing dog, and then pushing back, downward facing dog. Now let's strengthen ourselves a little bit more by taking a bear pose, so bending the knees generously, bringing the torso on top of the knees, and then we're going to come forward into plank. We'll do this a few more times. So bending back into bear, warming up the shoulders, coming forward into plank, feeling strong and powerful. Bending back and forward, and then back and forward. Last time. And forward, great work. Dropping those knees down, push your hips back, and enjoy a nice child's pose. Letting the forehead rest on the mat, catching your breath. And then slowly coming up. We're going to do one last little plank series here before we start to slow down. And again, we're going to tuck the toes under, coming back into a high plank. And then rolling over onto the knife edge of the right foot, lifting up that top arm or coming into a side plank. And if you'd like to, you can try and lift that leg. If you can lift the leg, even if it's down here, see if you can make some pulses. So really warming up the entire body. Pulsing up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bringing the foot to meet the other, and then just push your hips up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swapping to the other side, right arm up. And lifting the leg if you can, and pulsing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that foot down and pushing. 5, 4, hips into the sky. 2, 1. Coming down into plank. And we're just going to drop the knees down and lift. Drop the knees down and lift. Dropping the knees down last time and lift. And then release those knees down fully. Push yourselves back into child's pose. Oh, you've done amazing work. Breathing deeply. Feel as though that breath is really traveling from your nose all the way down your spine, filling up the back body, filling into the hips. walking those hands over to the left side, bringing the right hand on top of the left. And let's just stay here for a moment, breathing deeply into this right side body. And coming back through center. Let's take it to the other side. Left hand on top of the right. Seeing if you can push that left hip down even more. And really stretching out this side body. Breathing into the rib cage. And then slowly coming to center, peeling your way up into a nice tabletop position. And what we're going to do is bring the left hand into the middle of the mat. Inhale, lift that right arm up. And exhale, thread the needle, bringing that right arm down. Maybe bringing the left palm on the mat and using it to help you twist and stretch that shoulder even more. Making sure your head is completely heavy on the mat. Doesn't need to be holding anything here. And then slowly inhaling, bringing that arm back up. And then we switch. So right hand comes in the middle of the mat this time, left arm reaches up. And exhale, twist. Bringing the shoulder down, the ear down, and the left side of the head. Maybe using that right hand to push and twist even more, getting a deeper stretch. And then inhaling, lifting that left arm up and release. Now, what would a nice practice be without a pigeon pose? Let's bring that right knee forward, bringing the right knee behind the right wrist, and then walking that back leg out. Seeing how you feel today, positioning yourself in the way that feels comfortable for you. And we push into the hands. And then maybe seeing if you can walk forward a little bit, maybe onto the forearms, or maybe even all the way down. You can use the back of your hands as a nice pillow. Staying here for a few breaths as you really stretch out the glutes and open up those hips. Nothing like starting the year with some hip openers. And one more deep breath here. And maybe sigh out the mouth. Slowly lifting the head up, planting the hands down, letting that knee meet the left side, shaking the hips out, and let's go to the other side. So bringing that left knee forward, behind the left wrist, walking the back leg out, finding out how this hip feels. They can feel totally different sometimes. And then just walking your way down into whatever position feels comfortable for you here. Breathing deeply into the left hips. Seeing if you can bring some softness into the entire body here. Allowing that hip to just melt and the glutes to stretch and your body to relax. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly lifting the head up. This time we're going to swing that right leg to meet the left and come back into our nice seated position. And wherever your paper might be, grab that and pop it in front of you again. We're going to just stare a little bit. So look down at the page, reread what you've written, seeing if it still resonates, if there's something more. And let's take the time to rewrite our intention or set something new. Imprinting the idea into your mind to make it even more real. Repetition is key. And then when you're ready, you can either pause the video and continue or join me in the last closing, releasing breath. Again, bringing those hands on top of the heart, close the eyes, Allow your spine to grow nice and long. And inhale deeply, feeling that chest expand and your hands rise. Exhale, release out the mouth. And one more time, inhaling. And exhale. Bringing the palms together at heart center. Bringing your chin in towards your chest. And enjoy a silent moment of gratitude for yourself. For joining me on the mat today. For joining yourself. And for starting the year in the best possible way. Namaste.